Tuesday afternoon, Jerry Kill was on AJ Hawk's radio show, and he said some interesting things because they talked about his time in Minnesota. And obviously Kill retired due to health reasons, and his assistant Tracy Claeys took over as an extension of his program. A year later, Claeys was fired after an 8-win season and a bowl game win, and Claeys was fired. There was a lot of dysfunction going on with the student boycotts and all that, and PJ Fleck came in and said there needs to be a culture change, and Jerry Kill took offense to that. He said that PJ Fleck has changed since Fleck and Kill were on coaching staffs together. Kill even brought up Fleck's first wife, which was weird. I thought that was really weird. But anyway, he criticized Fleck and says Fleck's in it about himself, not the players. And basically, he said he roots for the Gophers but does not root for PJ Fleck. Ian, what's your observation?
Shut up, you idiot. First of all, you failed. And your health caused you to step away from the game, which you didn't do.
That's out of his control.
Kept coming back to the game. It does not out of his control to keep coming back to the game. If you said he was going to step away from it.
He just loves it so much.
I lost a lot of I had a lot of respect for Jerry Kill. I rooted for the programs he was going to after he left the Gophers because he did. He turned a hopeless football team into a bowl contender, into a successful program. His health caused him to step away. Nothing he can do about that. And then big diddle putz Tracy Claeys, who can't recruit to save his freaking life, comes in. He's not a good head coach. He's a terrible recruiter. So when he had Jerry Kill's guys in there, he was doing successfully and making bowl games. And then he's got Mitch Leidner, who is his quarterback, and he's like, yeah, we're just going to ride that. You know, it's not important to have a quarterback in football today. We don't need that. As long as we have a B-plus defense and some good running backs, we'll be fine. We can win 6 games, make a bowl game, and nobody will hate us, which is completely pathetic. There was a culture change that was needed. PJ Fleck has brought that after just 2 seasons. He's come in, beat Wisconsin, which neither Jerry Kill nor Tracy Claeys could do.
And a lot of other coaches, by the way.
And a lot of other coaches. I love the Wisconsin tweet. I hate Wisconsin athletics in a lot of ways, but their tweet about nobody has ever tweeted about Minnesota beating Wisconsin because the last time it happened, Twitter was not a thing yet. That actually was really fun.
And there's an account now that's dedicated to tweeting every single day the Gophers have the axe.
I respect that. So, but hey, PJ Fleck has brought so much hope, and he is such a great recruiter. He's bringing a great atmosphere, and I completely don't think he is for himself. I don't even understand where that comes from. You know, if he's maybe trying to build this program up and make them semi-successful, so maybe a big SEC team sees him doing that and they sign him or something. Maybe that's what he's trying to do, and that's what Jerry Kill is trying to get at. But I just think Jerry Kill is trying to get some more attention because he lost a lot of it. And, I mean, I don't know what he's even trying to... Just shut up, dude. Like,
honestly, what the big deal is he's upset because Claeys was his good friend, and they fired him.
And Claeys sucked at his job.
He did.
So we fired him.
No Minnesota fan could look and say, yeah, I'm really glad that no Minnesota fan can look and say, I'm really sad that they fired Tracy Claeys.
What is sad is that there are people. Earlier this year, I was having a conversation with a passive sports fan of mine. He's not going to go out of his way to, study.
He's
anything.
a casual. He
goes to the University of Minnesota. He's a casual sports fan. And he was like, oh, this PJ Fleck guy is not doing any better than the last guy. I wish we would have never gotten rid of him. And I almost stood up and walked out of B-dubs because I was like, are you insane? Yeah, because we have over half our roster is freshmen. Tracy Claeys had a good team and couldn't do anything with it.
And here's the thing, too. Tracy Claeys won 8 games, won 9 if you count the bowl game, on the easiest schedule Minnesota had in years. They didn't have Ohio State. They didn't have, I believe, their 2 biggest foes were Iowa and Wisconsin. But besides that, it was like Maryland,
I don't think they
Rutgers.
played anybody in the Big Ten East that was very notable that season. They didn't play Michigan. They might have played Michigan, but...
No, they didn't play Michigan that year.
So no Michigan, no Penn State, no Michigan State, no Ohio State.
Yep.
Just like Maryland and
I believe
Rutgers.
They played Penn State, but that was before Penn State really emerged back to the... Anyway, the point is, in all honesty, they probably should have beat Iowa when they played them, and they really, they had the easiest schedule, and the best he could do was 8 games. Like you said, he couldn't recruit, and PJ Fleck was right when he said a culture change was needed because Claeys completely botched a player's boycott over a couple players getting, with credible accusations of sexual assault against them. Clay's, for some reason, sticking with the players who were boycotting the university for punishing those players. It was, I don't know what his goal was there. He completely botched that situation, and that was the excuse they used for firing him. But also, PJ Fleck coming in here and saying a culture change was needed. The reason Kill is so mad about this is because they fired Clay's, and Clay's is his friend. And it was really, I thought, and like you said, I'll have respect for Kill for turning the Gopher program from a program that lost to NDSU to a program that had a New Year's Day bowl game, which hadn't happened in like 50 years. But I thought it wasn't a good move to mention that he's talked to his first wife and says that he's changed. Like, okay, like that's weird. I find it weird that that's what you bring up, and I think what Kill means when he says he's for himself is he's always pushing himself and his mantra and his stuff out there, and some people in the Twin Cities who are big Midwesterners who are kind of they liked Kill for his Midwestern kind of style, and I think PJ Fleck's a little, even though PJ Fleck is from Illinois and brought fame to Western Michigan, he
brings a little more exciting atmosphere than I think fans here are used to.
But we're
used to the Zimmer type of success where it's just like humble, do your job, and go out there and kick butt, rather than we're going to flash and finesse. Now, we only won like 6 games this year, so it's not bad.
And they probably should have won more when you look back on it.
Oh, yeah.
But again, it sounds like Kill has an axe to grind, which is really weird because Kill never had the axe.
Yeah.
So, but the point is with Fleck is and with all these mainly middle-aged people who say, I don't like how he's so loud. It's like, yeah, here's the thing. PJ Fleck isn't recruiting you, 45-year-old man.
He's an excellent recruiter.
He's going to you, of older, I'm just going to, assume somebody in their 30s to 60s who follows the Gophers. PJ Fleck's not recruiting you. PJ Fleck is recruiting a 16-year-old kid in Florida. Yeah, he's got to have a little pizzazz and have a little flashiness because the University of Minnesota, the stadiums, it's new, but it's not historic. It's not this illustrious thing. The practice facility is new, but it's still not a Nebraska, Alabama type of athletic headquarters facility. If PJ Fleck...
Clemson?
Yeah, it's not to that level. It's better than what it was before. A lot better, and that'll help. But, again, it's PJ Fleck. You need a good recruiter in Minnesota. Jerry Kill tried to do the Wisconsin, we're going to recruit 2 stars and coach them up, and you could do that enough, but PJ Fleck is going out there and recruiting these...
I think that's one of the hardest things, because you can say, come here to Mississippi State because we have nice warm weather and decent facilities.
Being able to recruit in a...
Yeah, we get a lot of national recognition because we're in the SEC, you have a good chance to go pro. If you come here, you'll probably have one good month of weather, and then it'll be pretty cold.
Being able to recruit in any Midwestern state that is not, or being able to recruit in any Midwestern one that it isn't Ohio State, Michigan, and maybe you could say Nebraska in there because of their history. Those 3 places, it's really hard to recruit. It's really hard to go, hey, would you like to come play in the Twin Cities where your last game of the year, it's going to be like 0 degrees? Doesn't that sound fun? And like during the winter, it's really cold. I mean, it's hard to recruit players.
We get to go to Detroit for bowl games.
How fun. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And PJ Fleck's been able to do that, been able to get some good recruits. So Jerry Kill probably out of line on this issue.